Hi everybody, welcome back to Mediocre Whiskey Review. I'm Jill and today we're opening a new bottle. Stick around. Alright everybody. We're doing a fresh crack today and I'm a little bit excited about it. I'm not overly excited. Went to a liquor store earlier and saw a couple bottles that I was interested in, and it's one of the stores in my town, and like they're so hit and miss whether they have good prices or not. For instance, I went in the other day and they had the Jack Daniel's 10-year, and they had it in their case, and I asked for a price on it and they said $200. I said no thank you and I left. So you know, there's that. While I'm trying to take the plastic off of this, y'all go like and subscribe and, you know, leave me a comment, say hi. But I walked in there today to see if they had anything new and exciting. And today I saw this guy. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Barrel Proof. And he was sitting right next to the 10-year. So I almost didn't ask what they were wanting for it. And then I decided to, and 74 for this, which I know is a little bit over MSRP, but not terrible. Sorry, I can't get the plastic off of this. My goodness. Got it. So I picked it up. Now, full disclosure, this is my very first Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Barrel Proof. I saw one of these one other time, and they wanted 130, 140 for it, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So this one, and I don't know anything about the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proofs, but this one's 128 proof, and it says bottling date was August 7th of this year. So no research. I don't know how long they're aged. I don't know anything about them other than I now have one, and I have seen so many people just go nuts over these. So obviously I had to get one. So we're gonna pop this cork. Well, that sounded nice. And we're gonna give us a little pour. The only thing I had like a very tiny pour earlier of Buffalo Trace. So this is it. This is all I've had, or all I'm going to have today. The color on it is absolutely beautiful. Let's see if we can see it without my face. Anyway, I am not a fangirl of Jack Daniel's. The Jack Daniel's number 9, the Gentleman Jack, I have a single barrel, not a barrel proof, and they all taste like bananas. They smell like bananas, they taste like bananas. So I've not been a big fan, which is also why I passed on the 10-year, because if I'm going to pay $200 for that, I can just run down to the Walmart and get me some bananas for like, you know, $2. But that was a little too steep for me. Because I did look that one up and it said MSRP was like $70 or something. So I have a real hard time paying $200. If you would pay that, I'm not mad at you. You do you, but my bank account says don't do that. So, you know, there's that. So I'm not pulling my normal bananas out of the nose on this. So that's good. That's like we got something good working in our favor. It's 128 proof, so I'm getting the ethanol in it. The alcohol kind of tingled in my nose. The nose is pleasant. It's not first pour, freshly opened. I'm not pulling a lot out of it, to be honest. Like, there's not a lot that I'm sniffing. I mean, vanilla, you know, I'm getting some of that. There's a cookie, probably like a vanilla wafer, I guess I would say. Sorry. I'm like trying to nose it different ways to see if I get something different. It smells very sweet. Like I can't pull out specific sweetnesses, but it smells very sweet. And I really hope that it is sweet on the palate. I'm in the mood for a sweet drink. I'm in the mood for a sweet whiskey today. And if this doesn't quench that, well, I guess I'm turning into my angel's envy or something. The vanilla, the cookie, the wafer, there's like a slight chocolate I think I'm getting out of there. I just flung like a... It jumped right out of there and onto my floor. I must be more careful. And now it's dripping down the side of the glass. Okay, let's just give it a taste. It is coating the glass really nicely. And like I said, I don't think I've ever heard anyone speak poorly of a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. I don't want to be the first one. So right away, first sip, which like, I usually kind of really discount my first sip because, especially now it's the first sip that I've had in a couple hours. The Buffalo Trace was what I had earlier, so a huge difference in the proof. But that first sip, of course, I'm getting the proof and the burn from the alcohol. But right at that back end, I got like a black pepper. There's a little spice there. But kind of in the middle, there was this really, the vanilla, but it was a really dark vanilla. I have a little feller. I don't know if he was a little spider or what, but I've been surrounded by spiders lately, and it is like just pissing me off, really. Let's go sip 2. So sip 2, definitely still that proof coming in, like sitting on my tongue and it burns, but that vanilla is really strong, and there's like almost like a cocoa, like a dark chocolate, but like a powder. It's not like a creamy milk chocolate or anything. There's it's like a dark cocoa, which not mad about. Okay, really not mad about that, even though I don't like dark chocolate. That's a whole nother story. That time I got way less of the proof. I think my mouth's getting a little more used to it. Might even be like a coffee note in there, like a really kind of dark roast coffee. Everything I'm pulling out is dark. But man, like it does have that really sweet flavor that I was getting on the nose. It's very good. I like it. I think in the future, like I need to build up to this proof. Like I would have to have a couple things before that are kind of working my way up to that proof. I've made that mistake so many times, and like try not to, and I knew this is 128 proof, and I knew I should have done it, and here we are, and I didn't do it. But, I'm going to take a little sip of water here. And you know what? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a little drop in. That was more than one little drop, but that's okay. It's probably like 3 drops. I am happy to have this bottle because, like I said, people talk about it all the time, and I've never seen one. This is the second time, so I'm happy I got it. Okay, I think that was a spider hanging down in my face, y'all. I'm not like, I don't freak out about spiders and bugs. I'm never one of those girls that like screams when you see a spider or whatever. I don't like them. I don't want them in my presence, and I sure don't want them in my home. But last week, I went outside of my camper, and hanging on the back of my golf cart was this beautiful, it was a beautiful web. But smack dab in the middle of it was one of them big old spiders with a fat ass. Okay, it was Big Booty Judy on the back of my golf cart, and I don't like those because when you squish them, they squish and there's guts, and I don't like it. I don't like none of that. So if somebody would like to come and just like kill my spiders, that would be grand. That nose turned into like a toffee. Okay. Wow. So that little bit of water, like in the back, I know that looks really weird, but it's like up here in the back of my mouth, is like dark coffee grounds. Not like in a gross way, right? So there's the dark coffee back here, and then on the bottom palette is that toffee and vanilla. Like it's really good. It's really good. I like it. I'm sold. I am sold. As I said, I have disliked. Dislike's a strong word. I don't prefer Jack Daniel's products. So I've not really hunted them. And I know the barrel proofs are fairly readily available from what I've seen from other people. My small town is, garbage, but whatever. So I will definitely now be on the lookout for the Jack Daniel's single barrel proofs. And I know they have the single barrel proof rye out now, which I would love to get my hands on because I know that they are super rare. But around here, finding one of those is probably going to be fairly impossible. But so I'm a changed woman. I am a changed woman when it comes to Jack Daniel's. So we're going to rate this guy today, and we are going to do, let me hold him correctly, even though he's backwards. So we're going to give this guy right here, I'm going to go like an 8.5. I think because he's changed my mind on Jack Daniel's products. I'm still not going to drink Jack Daniel's number 9. I'm not going to drink Gentleman Jack. Those are not my jam, okay? Now, the single barrel that I have was 1,000 times better than Old Number 9. But it still has that very distinct Jack Daniel's banana flavor. Which I assume comes from their charcoal filtering. But I don't know. But this guy's good. And I love this. So, I'm going to leave it at that. I do have a question. I have questions for you guys. If you've made it this far into the video. When I picked this up, I saw another bottle. I've done no research on it, and I did not buy it. But, like, I keep thinking about going back and getting it. It's an OKI. And I've seen a couple things about that, but nothing significant. Nothing that made me go, you know what? I need to buy that. So, but it looked to be, I looked at the label just for a second. It looked to be a blend. It had a lot of different years listed on the label. They had a low rye that was, I don't know, 4 to 5 years. Like, there were about 5 different barrels listed on there. And they wanted $81 for it, I think. I knew nothing about the OKI, so I did not purchase it. I did see that it was distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, so obviously it's an MGP, which I'm not against MGP. So, but if anybody knows anything about that, let me know if that was a buy or if I dodged a bullet. Because if it's a buy, I'm going to go back and get it because I keep thinking about it in my head. But anyway, until next time, y'all, take care of each other. Be nice to each other. Do something nice for somebody just to do it. And I will see you guys in a week. Cheers.